Hi everyone, welcome to Snap Vegan, where eating on the cheap doesn't have to kill you. I'm Kathy, and yesterday was my birthday, and today I received a birthday gift from one of our subscribers, Miss Susan, and we're going to unbox it, and it's going to blow you away like it did me. So come on back. Here's a hint. Come on back. Alrighty then. Well, happy birthday to me. 62. I am 62 years old. It's only 31 again, right? So I want to say thank you to Susan. This is the new Instant Pot 8-quart Duo Crisp and Air Fryer. It also dehydrates. So, happy birthday. Thank you, Susan. Oh my goodness, I have to tell you, me and the mail lady, who is like 1/3 of my size or less, it took both of us to get this in the door. And I don't know how she carried it upstairs. It's very, very, very heavy. And so, let's open it up. Now I have a 6-quart, which is right here on top of the refrigerator. And I have a 3-quart, which just for me, like I use the 6-quart for batch cooking. And I use the 3-quart, since it's just me, for everyday cooking. And I'd be lost without both of them. I tell you what, when you can do 2 or 3 things in the same piece of in the same appliance, and it saves you from having to wash every pot in the house, you know. Oh no, I gotta take another box out of the box. Oh, this is gonna be hard. Okay, so you get to see me struggle with it. Gee, I love to see me struggle. Oh, Lord. Okay, hold on. I gotta pause this. Okay. Alright, so here it is. Let me get my... It's really heavy on one side too. So, anyway. This is the new Instant Pot Crisper and Air Fryer. So serves up to 8. Air fry in your Instant Pot. It has even crisp technology. Family meals fast, that's for sure. And it's an 11-in-1. And I shared on my Facebook page, I shared a video of this guy doing his unboxing. And he's also since done videos of using it. Of course, he's a meat eater, so he did wings and all that kind of stuff in it. You know, me, I'll be doing air fry. Mostly French fries, mostly potatoes, and if I get these Gardein nuggets, which I love, I'll use it on that too. And for air frying. So it says hello, bonjour, and I'll just put these on the floor or back in this box right now. Comes with your manual, and it's not easy openable. Let me cut it open here real quick. Okay. It's your manual. Also, it comes with a cooking chart for One side is, this is for cooking timetables at 12 psi high pressure level for that. And same thing in French on the other side. So there's that. And your manual here. If you have an Instant Pot, this is basic manual. And get on the English side. This is the other. Welcome, tells you how to do the initial setup, product overview, getting started, venting methods, initial test run, air frying, more controls, and smart programs. It said online that this does dehydrating too, but I'm not seeing anybody mention that. Yeah, okay. Broil and dehydrating lid. So that one little lid is going to be the extent of what you can dehydrate on it. But that's okay. I'll do one banana at a time if I have to. Whatever, you know. We'll see how it works out. But it just goes over all of your install the float and this and that and the other. We all, you know, if you love your Instant Pots, you know how to do that stuff already. But this, being unique, has some special inserts. This is the broil. This is the broil pan. Inside the air fryer bucket, you'll see there's a little ridge around there. This sits on the ridge, kind of higher up. So if you're air frying something or want to broil something with using the Airfryer Lid, you can use this. This is also for the dehydrator function. So there's that. Well, I'll just leave it out because I'm going to use it. Okay. This is the protective stand for the air fryer top. And you just sit this on the counter, and the air fryer top can get hot. So you sit this on the counter if you want to turn your food. And that lid sits safely on this. And then to store it, you just line up the lid with the groove here and turn, and it locks it in place so you can store it nicely. This is a trivet like we have with all of our Instant Pots. This one can be set in the pot like this, or if you want it elevated, you can sit it in the pot like that. And I use this for like steaming batch. I could put 5 pounds of potatoes, sweet potatoes, in my 6-quart over here, and do them all at one time, steam them, and this elevates things a little bit more, so you can have more water in there. Now 8-quart is a huge Instant Pot, so but this is the little trivet that comes with it. That's the condensation cup that goes on the back of the unit. You got to be careful because if you get one, that condensation cup is stored like in here, kind of loose, so don't throw it away. Okay, this is the air fryer lid. Like it's got a handle. And it's heavy. There we go. This is the bottom of the air fryer lid that goes on top of the thing. On the unit itself, the Instant Pot has the female connector for this, and so there's no mistaking on how to go or twist it on. It only goes on one way, and that's when you connect the male to the female on the unit itself. So that's the air fryer. That's the lid, and as you see, Let me get the trivet out of the way. When you want to put the air fryer lid, you don't want to burn your counter, so you can just sit it right there. There's 2 grooves for the sides to sit in. That way it keeps your countertop from getting burnt. If you want to store it, you flip it upside down to the, let me get it lined up here. Get it lined up somehow, some way. It's here. There, and you turn it, and then the lid stays on for storage. So you just flip it over. So I will leave that up here. Now mind you, that lid is heavy. It's really heavy. So I think the quality of this unit is going to be absolutely superb, just like we would expect from any other Instant Pot, but this one is a beast, an absolute beast. So I'm going to get the big daddy out of here. Okay, I'm going to need to do 2 things at one time here. The Instant Pot itself weighs 22 pounds. That's 3.5 gallons of milk all at once. Ready? 1, 2. Okay. That wasn't too bad. Alright. So, on the unit itself, I'll try to pick it up and show it to you. It has a whole row here that's got its own little enclosure. This is all the air fryer and broiling functions that you have. Here is the regular pressure cook, except now there's not like its pre-settings, rice, porridge, whatever, multigrain. It's just, by now, I guess they figure you know how to do all this. So you pressure cook it for the time you want, at the level you want. And then, of course, there's saute, there's slow cooker, there's steaming, and there's sous vide now, if you like to do that. And sous vide is only one temperature. You can't set it any, I mean, for food safety, it's one temperature. And down here, of course, is the delayed start, your cancel button, your keep warm button, and your start button. So that's that. There's something different about this lid though, and that is the new seal button here. As soon as you twist it on, it automatically seals. So there's no waiting, no wondering if it's sealed or not sealed, and that wiggly button on top, you're always wondering, is it sealed, and have to take it off and look, and yeah, it's sealed. As soon as you twist this on the pot, it seals. And so the vent, if you notice, the vent is kind of slanted. I don't know how to show it to you, but it's got a slant to it. So when it's time to unseal, you push this button and everything vents away from you, only in one direction. You can't change that direction. So if you've got this on the counter or under the counter, when it vents, it's going to shoot right back on your wall. Just so you know. So be mindful of that if you're going to release the steam, that you want this to go in a direction, of your choosing. But you have to turn the pot around while it's sealed to get ready for that pressure release. So that's what's nice. The little silver thing still comes up and lets you know that it's up to pressure. Nothing looks different Everything pretty much the same. And this is the air fryer basket. It comes with a stand that pops off. This stand must be on it when you put it in the pot. And you cannot put this in the Instant Pot without it being inside this pot. This pot must go inside this pot with the stand on it. You don't put it, just don't put it in the pot without the stand being on it. So, so here's the pot, the 8-quart pot. Here is the air fryer basket. There's my trivet. I buried it under the lid here. Oops. Okay, so this is the broiler. This is the broiler insert. If you don't have that much to air fry, I suppose you could put what you want a little bit on top of that. But this trivet, if you can see inside here, it does have groove right here. That's what this sits on. So you put it in there like that, and that's what it looks like. It elevates it to this level. Okay? Otherwise, the air fryer, you can just fill it up as far as I reckon. And the stand elevates it so the heat can get under all of it. The midway through the air fry, you will get a flashing sign that says turn food. You lift the lid, stir the food up, put the lid back on, it resumes. So I have watched my videos on this now, y'all. This is also the dehydrator thing. So if you want to dehydrate something, of course the air is going to have to come and flow from the bottom and all around it. So, excuse me. The air fryer lid also functions as the dehydrator fan and heats it to the appropriate level, you know, for dehydrating purposes. And so this is the surface space for whatever it is you want to dehydrate. Which, if you have a regular dehydrator, you know you've got like separate trays. Well, for this Instant Pot, that's all you get. That one little space right there. So, be grateful. I'm grateful because I can put strawberries in here and keep strawberries in here. Of course, my Instant Pot will be running 24/7 all day long for weeks just to get a big thing of, I don't care. I got a dehydrator now. You hear me? A friend of mine, well, not a friend, but an associate, acquaintance of mine that's in a group we have called Free for All Fort Wayne, or Neighbors Helping Neighbors Fort Wayne, something like that, put a SOS out for a dehydrator. Because I had all these strawberries and I had all this, everything I wanted to dehydrate, and onions, and so I could save it for later and put it in mason jars and do all that. You know, because I don't have like room for a lot of food, but if I dehydrate it, I can put it and seal it up in the mason jars, put it in my cabinet, and only use it as I need it. And I really wanted a dehydrator. So she said she had one. It had been in her basement for years, and she never used it. So she brought it over, and it was very kind of her. And you could tell it was an older one. And so I checked it out, plugged it in, the fan worked, everything worked, washed all the trays, and it had like 8 trays. Great. It's exactly what I wanted. Because you can do celery and carrots and apples and you name it, man, I could do it all at one time. Well, when I finally got around to doing it, I got a bunch of celery and put it on every tray and plugged the thing in, and I went to the ladies' room, came back out, and it was smoking, and by the time I walked up on it, a flame shot up out of it. So much for that kind of dehydrator. But I'm grateful to have this space right here. I'm grateful. I will use it and I will love it. I know I will. So, but that's a story about how much I really wanted a dehydrator, and now I have one. So, just not 8 trays, or grateful. Be grateful. I am so grateful. I got all of this in one thing. So anyway, that's the boiler, dehydrator, air fryer tray. So if you're a meat eater, you can put a ribeye steak up on here and put the lid on and do your thing, and it'll broil that steak. You can flip it over, whatever, take the lid off, check it out. I mean, this would be great for steak or whatever kind of thing you like to do with it. I am so blessed and grateful. And Susan, I thank you so very much from the bottom of my heart. This was a big, big gift. A really big gift. I am so blown away by your generosity and kindness. Because just on a side note, Susan also basically took me and Patty out for my birthday lunch yesterday. Went to a place called Wings, etc. And they have the Beyond Burger there, and I am not lying. That Beyond Burger, I am not lying. That Beyond Burger was that thick. That thick. You can't buy them that thick in a store, but I got lettuce and tomato, mustard, and onions. I couldn't finish it. I could not finish the whole thing. And shout out to Holly Chapman. Holly Chapman sent me, let me see if you can see it over here. See those cards on the door over here? Over there? Well, the bottom one's from Patty, and the other 2 cards are from Holly Chapman, one of my subscribers. One was a birthday card, and I appreciate it, and she had a little gift in there for me, and I just love that. And shout out to Mary Cat, who last month sent me a gift, and I was able to go get much needed groceries. As a matter of fact, as soon as she told me what she'd done, I went straight to Walmart.com and ordered groceries and used the whole thing up for groceries. I really, really, that was very timely, and I appreciated it. And that was her pre-birthday gift for me. But ladies and gentlemen, you're angels, all of you. So this is your 8-quart Instant Pot Duo Crisp with the basket, the fryer basket, which must have the stand on it if you put it in here. And then I just want to say from the bottom of my heart how much I appreciate this, and as soon as I use it, I'll film it. But it seems like I have to do this like 3 o'clock in the afternoon because I got good sunshine coming in the living room, and maybe that'll set me up for some better lighting. But nighttime has that really, really bright glow. But you know what, we'll do what we can do, and I appreciate it very much, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart for your kindness. Thank you, Holly. Thank you, Mary Cat. Thank you, Kim. Roses and Cards donated $10 to the parents of murdered children in our family's name. They were the ones that helped us tremendously. Their organization, their headquarters is in Cleveland, and their unit in Phoenix, Arizona, helped us out after my granddaughter was murdered. And so I did a Facebook fundraiser for parents of murdered children. Last year I raised $250 for them. This year the goal was $300. We're a little bit short, but anyway, thank you to Roses and Cards and my friends Joyce and Elaine and John and Laura for donating to that cause in our family's behalf. You know, the rest, I'll just go ahead and say this, the rest of the holiday season is going to be a little difficult for me because, you know, it's December. I've explained it before. But on the 11th was when my granddaughter was murdered. On the 22nd is when we had our funeral. And the 31st is her birthday. So it's a very difficult month, you know, for us, for many, many reasons. But I spoke to my son yesterday. He called me on my birthday, and he's doing fine. And it was a joyful joyful conversation, and it warms my heart to hear from him and just to hear his voice again. And so keep our family in your prayers this holiday season, if you would. It's an emotional, kind of rough month for all of us. So the empty chair, she'd be 10 years old this year, and you just keep wondering, what would she look like, that kind of thing, and how would she be, or all these things that go through your mind. But I am blessed and grateful that the Lord has her in his arms and she is fully restored. And I say that in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. So take care of each other. Have a great holiday season. And thank you so much for your kindness and your generosity. And oh gosh, this thing is heavy, heavy, heavy. And I will just make sure I'm fitting this on there right. There we go. So that's locked and loaded, ready for an air fry situation. But I just might do that here in a little bit. I got a hanker for some French fries. Okay, take good care of each other, and I love you. And if you're new to the channel, thank you for subscribing. And if you came here just for the Duo Crisp unboxing, sorry you got all the other personal stuff, but hey, this is for our subscribers. Love you all. Take care now. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy every holiday, Kwanzaa, all of it. I love you all. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.